Hi everyone, so we're starting off this segment in the exact place that I left the last one, the start of Snowhead Temple. Obviously I got into the temple without using the Goron mask or playing the Goron's Lullaby, so you might be wondering what the point of that was, because there's a lot of places in here that should require the Goron mask, but the first of them being this block, but you can actually skip past this and pretty much every other obstacle in this dungeon. The way we could do it for this block is to just side hop in like this, and if you get it at the right angle, he just falls right through it, so that's pretty neat, and you can just jump across to the other side. Okay, so the items that I'm going to need here, I think it's the hook shot, bombs, and the Great Fairy's mask. There is a key in this room. I could kill all the freezers and it would give me a key, and I could easily do it with the hook shot. I'm not going to bother, just going to get across like this, get to the very edge. This is going to let me hook shot onto this. I'll chuck a bomb over here just to hit the fairy that's below that, get the mask on so it comes to me. And yeah, there's another one down here. There's 15 of these fairies per dungeon, and whenever you complete getting all of them, you get like a special reward if you take them back to the fairy fountain. The one that I actually glitched into in the previous video. So we'll be seeing some of that later on. I probably won't show that in this video though. Okay, there's another one right there. I'm going to kill this live bomb chew just so it doesn't get in my road. Now, as you should know by now, this is a 100% run. How is that defined? Well, it's defined by what you can take back in time with you when you play the Song of Time. Anything that you keep after doing that is required, which means, you know, the Bomber's Notebook obviously is required. Powder kegs, which we can skip entirely, we don't have to use them at least in this run. We still have to get them on the menu because they fill a slot and it goes back in time with you. And as for dungeons, obviously all the fairies, because they give you like rewards. I mean, the fairies themselves don't go back in time with you, but the rewards you get from them do, so you do need to get them. The dungeon map and the compass are both required, but the boss key isn't. For some reason, the boss keys do not go back in time with you, so, you know, if I played the Song of Time after getting the boss key in here and came back, it would still be here. But the compass and map don't. Like, these chests would just have rupees in them after that. So I'll just get this. This is the map. I'll get the compass a little bit later on, but for now I want to try and enter the middle room, but I want to do it from up there rather than going downstairs and through the other door like you would normally do. And I'm going to do that by doing a pretty weird glitch, which is known as, like, I don't even remember, like weird shot clip or something like that. It's kind of hard to do, but basically if you roll into a bomb right as it's exploding and hold left, then you'll sort of get propelled backwards and underground for like 1 frame at like quite a lot of speed. We're going to try and take advantage of that. So I'm going to put the bomb down, and after I do that I'm going to pull out the hook shot and just shield right away so that he's holding it in his hand. So let's see, I'm looking for like the 7th sort of flash. It's kind of hard to identify, but let's see. About there. So I'm just holding left now and Z obviously, and I'm looking for the first frame where Link takes damage from this. And I'll let you know if I've got it as soon as I pause buffer to it. Like, there's a couple of possible outcomes you can get from this. Only really one of them is good, which is why it's like a frame perfect trick. Okay, so I know right away this isn't going to work, and the game just froze. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to have to edit back to this point. Okay, so hopefully it won't freeze this time. Okay, so we're looking for that first frame where he gets hit with the damage. So this frame right here, when I unpause, I'm going to hold. I'm going to stop holding the analog stick at all. I'm going to hold Z and I'm going to hold C right for the hook shot for 1 frame. Okay, everything's going well so far. So I'm going to buffer another 2 frames. It's important that it's 2 more frames, no more, no less. So I'm still holding in those buttons, Z and C right. That is. Come on. That's 1 frame. That's 2 frames. So you can see I'm out of bounds, so I'm going to let go of everything now. And I'm now able to aim the hook shot from below the level. And when I sort of rotate it round, it sort of goes round like this. It's as though it's going about a point where Link is, in like a really weird way. It's because, like I mentioned, there's like 1 frame or whatever, 1 or 2 frames where he's out of bounds if you do that little weird shot glitch. And what this lets you do in this instance is hook shot onto this chest and bring yourself up to this floor right away. It also lets you grab this fairy, which is cool. So I can just jump down here and get into the centre room this way, rather than having to do it the other way. I mean, it doesn't really save time if getting to the centre room is your goal, obviously, but it's just a more efficient way to get around the dungeon in general. So the next thing I'm going to do is go and get the dungeon item, which is in this... let me just back up a little bit. It's in this room in front of me. So one thing that Majora's Mask differs in regards to Ocarina of Time is that all of the dungeon items are basically just versions of the same thing, like new sort of powers for one item that you already have. Things like the hookshot, whatever, are going on in the overworld in this game. Right, let's see. You need to wait for him to start attacking before you get too close. They also just disappear. So for this third hit, if you do this... Okay, I was too early, but if you do that ground pound, like the sort of damage range for it lasts long enough that you can prevent him from doing his little animation there. But whatever, it's not a big deal. Just one more hit. Yeah, I always like to kill him as Goronless just because his punches are more powerful than the sword, at least the sword that I have right now. And I'm right in front of the chest, so I can just mash A. Let's fast forward this a little bit. And it's a fire arrow. Everybody always calls them the fire arrows, I always do it as well, but it's actually just a fire arrow. So let's head outside, and the next place that I really want to go to is further up, but there's a couple of things that I still need to do downstairs first, so I'm going to take care of that first. Now that I have the fire arrows, I can actually get in here. Actually, it's this one I want, and I think the next item I'm going to need is that, so... You can see in there that there's a switch that Goronless is supposed to pound on. That would raise up this centre platform all the way up, which is theoretically how you're supposed to get about this dungeon, how you're supposed to reach the higher levels and navigate them. Not necessarily going to be skipping it entirely. So this room has a couple of freezers in it. The killing of which reveals a chest, which has another theory in it. I'm going to hookshot over there, but if you're doing this, do not hookshot the chest because you might fall down. Just hookshot the torch instead. It's going to be a nice magic refill at the same time, so that's good. Okay, and now I'm going to head back down. But I have to go and melt that other ice over there. I just head over to this door. This will take me down here, and there's another fairy for me. By hitting this switch. Nice, he just flew right off of it. I did notice something kind of weird in this one. Like, if you... Like, I mean, this is like a known thing, obviously. If you roll into it and then press C up, like, before he gets all the way into it, you can sort of see through the wall, and you can see where all the bubbles are. They're all kind of hiding down there, and just stay there until you get close to them. So that was kind of interesting. Okay, fortunately the fairies refill your health. So it didn't really matter too much, did it? It's just stock up, because I wasted quite a few bombs trying to do that stupid glitch earlier, so let's just get everything that these have to offer. Right, whatever. I've got plenty of bombs now. 31 will do me for the rest of this dungeon, for sure. Okay, so back up here. This is where you normally enter this room for the first time. I want to make sure that I jump over this gap, because otherwise the little cutscene that plays when you come in here will play, where like it shows the entire room or whatever. Can't be bothered with that. So over here is the next place I want to go. And behind this thing should be a small key for me. I am actually going to have to push this the entire way, and it's really, really slow, so I'm going to fast forward it when I get to that point. But I'll run in here and grab this first. Okay, so let me just get behind this and start pushing it, and I'm just going to fast forward it like I said. Because nobody wants to have to wait for that. Now this chest you're supposed to get, you know, when you come through this door up there. Oh, come on, when you come through the door up there, you jump across this block and get over. Obviously I can skip that entirely because I've got the hook shot. I could also skip it just by climbing on top of the blocks with like a gainer, or just as a normal jump with Swordless. So yeah, you can do this dungeon quite a bit out of order without even really glitching it all that much. But let's continue. Alright, so a little known fact about this room here is that you can actually break open this block and... Oops, wait, why did I bring that out? I just saw something blue and clicked it, that's what it was. You can break open this block up here and this wall with one bomb. If you just stand in the corner and hold it, it'll actually break both of them, which means I can get the fairy up there really easily. So I'm going to want this mask back on. And I'm going to melt this, hit this switch, it's going to give me another chest with another fairy in it. And before I get that, this big chest here contains a compass, which is the last item that I need to collect in here, because like I said before, I only need ones that will go back in time with me, and the boss key doesn't do that. So let me just get on top of this. Should be able to reach this from here. Okay. One thing that's weird about these stairs is that if you backwalk into them, it just treats it like a normal wall. You have to actually face it and run into it normally for it to register. Okay, so this room I'm going to skip most of it. I just get a bomb, just throw it up here. It'll break open the snowball and then I can hook shot up. From far back enough at least. And this chest here is going to give me another key. Okay, and there is another chest hidden in this wall over here, so hopefully I can hit it without using the lens of truth. With yet another fairy in it. So we're really starting to collect a lot of these 10. That's two-thirds of the fairies in this place already. Okay, so this room, there's another fairy hidden up here. I'm not going to use the lens of truth, I'm going to see if I can get it without it. Got it, first try. So good at this game. And I'm going to use a bomb jump to go over here just because it's cool. I don't have to, I could just hook shot across, but why do that when you can do this? Okay, is that all I'm getting? Let's hope for some bombs or something. Alright, so what do I want to do in here? Well, yeah, I want to get across to this part. This is the room where the fire arrows were, so I'm going to use another bomb jump to get across there. So I'll just place a bomb behind me, turn around and hold Z, and do nothing else. And now that I'm here, I can just hook shot. Okay, it's on this side, my mistake. And just hook shot up like this. And I'm going to go and get one of the fairies that are commonly missed. It's in this little opening down there. You sort of saw it a minute ago. It's got like a little bit of snow below it. I'm going to try and just jump straight into it. And I missed it. Excellent. Well, I'm not going to show the entire journey back up, so I'll just edit it out. Okay, so we're back up here. Let's try this again. Let me just make sure where it is, so I can have an idea. You can sort of see like an outline of it. It's like in there. That wasn't even difficult at all. I don't know how I managed to screw that up before, but I've managed to get it now. So the best way to get back up is to actually come over here, face the other way, and just slash your sword a bunch. This will push him all the way to the edge, which means that I can just barely make it back up with this torch right here. Alright, so I'll head inside this door. And I'm going to kill this thing, because this is really annoying. And I think I'm going to kill the big one as well. Oh, shouldn't have done that. It's weird to me that a spin attack isn't as powerful as like a jump slash. I guess it's like an incentive for you to get all the fairies in one of the other dungeons, because that's like the reward for an upgraded spin attack or whatever. So, next fairy's inside this one here. Let's get the mask on. It's not inside a chest, it's inside a bubble. Okay. Come on. And I'm not going to need this mask anymore, because the next two fairies are really easy to get. Let me just get this out. The final two fairies are just in here. And a good way to get them, which I didn't know until recently, is to kill them with Goronless. If you just do like a ground pound at them, and it actually connects, then it kills them in one hit. So, come on, get up, come on now. There you go, there's your punishment. Okay. So that's all the fairies in the dungeon. All that's left now is to go and fight the boss. I mentioned earlier that I don't need to get the boss key. I could go and get it. It's in that room over there. In fact, there's a glitch that would let me get inside the room without doing the little mini boss before it, but it's not worth it because in order to get back out of that room I'd have to play the Song of Soaring and walk to the level entrance and come all the way back up, so forget it. I'll just go in this tunnel here. A little bit of a tricky jump here. You want to just jump across and then jump slash when you're like just about to get to it. Oh, okay. Well, that's actually probably even worse. Can I salvage this? No, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna edit that back out. Actually, do I have to? Ugh, no, I won't bother. Yeah, I will. Actually, never mind. Alright, so we're back up here for another try at this. Let's just line it up a little bit better. I think I was too close to it, which is why I landed on the roof. Okay, that's better. And the way I like to do this is just to get into Goronless and just roll straight at it. It won't stop you. He'll still build up speed and he'll just batter through the rest of them and go straight up the stairs. Perfect. So, yeah. Let's just head across here. If you're wondering, by the way to get inside that boss key room early is to turn into Deku-Link, fly up, and just go all the way over there and then cancel, and it'll just fall right through and you'll be able to get into the chest. Don't need it though. So you may be wondering, how am I going to get past the boss key door? Well, it's actually really simple in this level. Let me just get the bombs out, because of course I'm going to need them. It's Majora's Mask after all. What I want to do is get into this. Well, actually, let me just show off the tech behind it first. Okay, like when you have a bomb out, when it explodes, if you jump right before it, it knocks you back. You saw how much speed I got from that. You can do that with a backflip or a side hop in either direction. I'm going to be using a side hop to the right in this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a recoil flip, that's what it's called, into this corner. And as soon as I've done it, I'm going to let go of all the buttons and hold upright. And that's going to hopefully let me get past this door. So I'm going to backflip in here just to make sure I'm as far as I can. I'm going to line up the sort of rounded bit at the top of the clock with that grey bit at the door down there. You can see it. Just above where it says first. Okay, I'm going to get the bomb out and do a side flip to the right, recoil flip. Okay, I was way too early, but it's alright because I've still got 30 bombs. Let's just line it up again. It takes only a second to do this, so it's not a big deal if, you know, someone screws it up. My timing is just absolutely horrendous today. I'm making this look more frustrating than it actually is. It's not really a difficult glitch at all. Okay, so holding upright, just got inside the door and I can just walk right through the loading zone. So I'm now at the boss, who you're normally supposed to kill with Goronless. I'm going to try not to do that. Let me just stock up on arrows first. I think this one always gives you arrows. Okay, let's just thumb. And I want to get the regular arrows out. I'm not going to need the fire arrows for any more of this fight, but I will need the regular arrows. So what I'm going to try and do is kill him as normal Link, which sounds pretty scary if you know how this boss is usually killed, but it's actually kind of cool. He only has 15 hit points, which takes forever to do if you're doing it as Goronless, but if you do it as normal Link and play your cards just right, you can do it pretty quickly. So I'm going to head over here. I'm looking for a specific spot on the ground. It's like a little kind of smudge. This one right here. I want to stand at the top of it, face him, shoot him with an arrow. Side up to the right, let him attack me, go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, side hop, let him attack me, back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Dead. Perfect fight. That's actually the best I've ever got in that fight, ever. In all of my attempts at practicing it and stuff, I was always much worse than that. And because I killed him in that position, it means that the heart piece, or the heart container rather, is right in front of me, which is also really convenient, so pretty happy with that. There's the remains, but before I get them I just want to show something else off. I mean, I'm not going to show it off, but I want to highlight something here. This is like the rubble where he crashed into, right? If you do a hover onto the very top of it at the wall, you can fall inside it, and the only way to get back out of it is to hover back out. But Goht's body isn't actually in there, as you might have guessed. It's just a bunch of rocks. So let's go and grab the remains. Coming up next is a cutscene where we're going to learn a song that's completely useless until the very end of the game. And there is a way to skip this cutscene, but I'm not going to do it right now because it's important that the very first time I kill a boss in a dungeon that I see the giant cutscene afterwards, because I need to get the Oath to Order, which is the song I mentioned. It doesn't matter which dungeon you complete first. You know, they didn't really... I mean, obviously Woodfall is meant to be the first one or whatever, but you could always theoretically go and get the bow and leave it, then go and do Snowhead instead. So they sort of planned for this and made it so that the giant cutscenes always play in the same order, regardless of which dungeon you finish. So I'm going to fast forward this until we actually get to the damn song. Come on. Okay. Don't know why I should just do it twice. The notes are on the screen. Thank you. So yeah, Oath to Order, like I said, useless until the very end of the game. But very useful then. Sounds absolutely ridiculous when sped up. So here's the cutscene after that. I'm going to, I guess, play this one. I like this cutscene. We're seeing that it's thawed out. Apparently. Goht being in the temple is what caused this place to be all snowy. Even though it is called Snowhead. But yeah. Alright, okay, I've had enough of this cutscene. Let's fast forward the rest of it. So this whole area looks a lot nicer now. And this little bastard is going to be a source of frustration later on. Not going to deal with it for now though. I guess one last thing I'm going to show off is that when it's thawed out, if you're Goron Link and you're on inside this rock, or like in between these two rocks, you get an easy 20 rupees. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I've got the first set of remains, I've got the Oath to Order. Really it's the second set of remains, isn't it? But whatever. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.